Welcome back to Science in Sleeping. It's good to have you here again tonight. We're drifting into something quietly fascinating, something that lives inside every one of us, a rhythm that never stops, a gentle pulse of time that your body keeps even when the world outside is fast asleep. We're exploring your body's internal clock, the mysterious and beautiful science behind why you feel sleepy at night and alert when the morning light arrives. But before we dive in, take a deep breath, let it go slowly. Feel the weight of the day start to melt away. You've arrived right here, right now, in this soft, sleepy moment meant just for you. I know that sometimes your thoughts race the moment your head hits the pillow. Maybe the day's unfinished tasks echo in your mind. Maybe there's a quiet hum of anxiety that doesn't know how to rest. It's okay. You don't need to fix anything right now. You don't even need to stay awake. You can simply listen. Let my voice guide you gently through stories of science, sleep, and wonder. And if your mind drifts, that's perfectly fine. That's what this journey is for. Here in Science, in Sleeping, we learn not to fight sleep, but to understand it. We explore the elegant, hidden systems that keep you alive and balanced, even when you're dreaming. So tonight, as we wander through the quiet world of your circadian rhythm, I hope you'll let yourself drift wherever your mind wants to go. Maybe you'll fall asleep in the first few minutes. Maybe you'll stay awake through the whole story, letting the words paint gentle shapes in your imagination. Either way, your body will hear what it needs. Your mind will rest. Your heartbeat will begin to match the calm rhythm of your breath. I'd love to know where you're listening from. Maybe you're in a small apartment overlooking a city that never truly sleeps. Maybe you're out in the countryside where the crickets sing under a pale moon. Maybe it's 9 p.m. and you're winding down after a long day of work. Or maybe it's 2 a.m. and you've tried everything, scrolling, reading, thinking, but sleep still feels just out of reach. Wherever you are, you're part of something bigger tonight. A quiet, global circle of listeners. Each of us lying under different skies, connected by curiosity, rest, and the gentle need to understand ourselves. As you settle in, notice how your body feels right now. The pillow beneath your head, the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the soft rhythm of your heartbeat. This is your body's language. This is biology whispering. You're safe now. You don't have to remember any of this. You don't have to think too much. Just let the story unfold like a dream. Because even if you fall asleep halfway through, your mind will still listen. Your body will still understand. It always does. Now, close your eyes if you haven't already. Loosen your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Unclench your hands. Feel gravity gently pulling you down, supporting you, cradling you. Outside your window, the world is slowing down. Streetlights hum softly. The stars hide behind quiet clouds. And somewhere, far away, the earth turns with its perfect rhythm, the same rhythm that hums within you. It's the rhythm of sleep, wake, and renewal. It's the cycle that has shaped all life on this planet, and tonight we'll explore it together. From the flicker of ancient firelight to the pulse of your neurons, from the first sunrise on Earth to the modern hum of your circadian clock, you'll learn how your body keeps time. Even in darkness, you'll see how light, hormones, and ancient patterns dance together to create the story of your sleep. So, take another breath, let it deepen, let it slow. You're exactly where you need to be. The science can wait. The world can wait. For now, let's begin the journey within to unlock the secrets of your body's internal clock. Drift with me and let's begin. Have you ever wondered why your body seems to know when it's time to rest? Even without a clock nearby, why you sometimes wake just before your alarm, or feel sleepy as the evening shadows stretch long across the floor. It's as if something deep within you remembers the turning of the earth itself, something ancient and precise, older than language or memory. Have you ever felt that quiet pull, the way your body hums in time with the rise and fall of light? That is your internal clock whispering its secret rhythm, a rhythm written in the dust of stars and the glow of ancient suns. Picture yourself standing on a silent beach at dawn. The horizon blushes with the first hint of sunlight. Soft and gold, the waves move in their own rhythm. Steady and unhurried, the air is cool, filled with the faint salt of the sea. This is how time feels when you stop counting it, but pulses of life itself. Now imagine that same rhythm inside you. Your heartbeat, your breath, your thoughts, all aligning with that gentle cycle of day and night. Even when you sleep, your body listens to this music of light and shadow. It's not just poetry, it's biology, older than the first creature that ever opened its eyes to the sun billions of years ago. Long before humans, before animals, even before plants, there were simple, single-celled organisms floating in the warm oceans of a young Earth. They didn't know time as we do. But the planet turned, and light came and went. And so those tiny lives began to adapt to the rhythm of sunlight and darkness. When the sun was high, they gathered energy. When night fell, they rested, conserving what they had. This pattern repeated day after day, until it became more than a reaction. It became memory written into life itself. This was the first body clock, a silent synchrony with the turning of the world. Did you know that even today, some bacteria still carry these ancient rhythms? Scientists have found microbes whose genes switch on and off in a perfect 24-hour cycle. Even though they have no brain, no awareness of time, they still obey the rhythm of the planet's spin. It's astonishing. Life invented timekeeping before it invented thinking. And from those early creatures, the same rhythm flowed forward into coral that blooms by the light of the moon, into birds that migrate when days grow short, into humans who, even surrounded by artificial light, still feel the call of night's quiet invitation. As the earth turned and evolved, light itself became the signal. Our eyes, though they see color and shape, also sense brightness. A small cluster of cells deep behind your eyes sends information directly to your brain's master clock, a structure called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. Tiny but powerful, it sits like a conductor, guiding an invisible orchestra. Your temperature, hormones, hunger, alertness, all rise and fall in response to its cues. Every cell in your body has its own rhythm. Your heart beats to one tempo, your liver to another. But together they follow the same grand score written by that ancient pulse of light and dark. Think of your circadian rhythm like an internal sunrise. Every morning, light pours through your eyelids and tells your brain it's time to wake. Melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy, begins to fade. Your blood pressure rises gently. Your body temperature climbs, You feel alert, ready, alive. And as evening approaches, your inner world shifts again. Your brain releases melatonin, signaling that darkness has returned. Your temperature lowers, your metabolism slows. Your body begins its nightly repair, mending, sorting, storing. It's a quiet miracle happening beneath your awareness. Every single day, scientists once tried an experiment. They placed volunteers deep underground, in a cave with no sunlight, no clocks, no cues of time. Days passed, weeks blurred, yet still the people woke and slept in a near-perfect 24-hour pattern. Their bodies remembered what the earth had taught them. It's proof that the clock is not in your watch or your window, but within your cells. Every heartbeat, every breath dances to this rhythm of the world. And when that rhythm breaks, when we stay up too late under artificial light, when screens mimic the sun, when stress blurs day into night, our bodies grow confused. You may notice it after a red-eye flight or a long night at your desk. Jet lag, fatigue, irritability, that fog in your head, all are signs that your internal clock has lost its alignment with the planet's gentle spin. But here's the beauty: it can be restored. A walk in morning sunlight, a consistent bedtime, a dark, quiet room. These are like musical notes that help your inner rhythm find its melody again. There's something poetic about it, isn't there? That your body, this complex miracle of cells and thoughts, still listens to the same cosmic song that guided ancient life. We are, in a sense, stardust learning how to rest. Each of us carries an echo of that first dawn, when light touched water and time was born. Even as you lie here now, your body is moving in waves of chemistry and rhythm, the same eternal flow that turns the tides and opens the flowers. The universe breathes through you slowly, softly, perfectly timed. So, as you listen, let that thought comfort you. You are not out of sync. You are not broken. You are part of a pattern vast and elegant. Every restless night, every sigh, every slow breath is still connected to something ancient and kind. When you surrender to sleep, you are joining the rhythm again, falling back into harmony with the turning of the world. And as this first part of our journey comes to rest, imagine your inner clock ticking softly, a golden pendulum swinging gently behind your heart. Each swing a promise of balance, each breath a measure of peace. The night outside stretches wide and patient. The stars whisper above, marking time not in hours, but in grace. Let your breath slow to meet their rhythm. You are safe, you are in sync, you are home now. As your body relaxes deeper into the night, let's drift forward gently into the next story, where we'll explore how light itself shapes your sleep, and how a sunrise inside your brain guides the mystery of waking and dreaming. Drift with me, quietly, and we'll continue the journey together. Have you ever wondered why the first light of morning feels different? Why it seems to wake you, not just from sleep, but from something deeper, a quiet trance between night and day? Why the soft glow of dawn feels calm and safe, while the bright white of a phone screen at midnight feels harsh and restless? Light isn't just something you see, it's something you feel, something your body reads like language. It tells every cell what time it is, when to wake, when to eat, when to rest, when to dream, and that light, even when you close your eyes, even when you think you're in darkness, finds its way inside you. Picture this. You're standing on the edge of morning, a horizon of pale gold spreading slowly through the sky. The world holds its breath, the air cool and sweet. Shadows stretch, dissolve, and vanish as the sun rises higher. In that moment, your body awakens, not just because you decide to, but because light has whispered the message to your brain. Through your eyes, a signal travels inward, past the lens, through the retina, to a small cluster of neurons deep in your brain. It's called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. The master clock, tiny, barely the size of a grain of rice, but powerful enough to orchestrate the rhythm of your entire body. Like a cosmic conductor, leading a symphony of 60 trillion cells, each one keeping time in its own quiet way. The first light of morning is special. It contains more blue wavelengths, the kind that pierce through eyelids, through clouds, through the haze of early dawn. That blue light tells your brain that night is over. It shuts down the production of melatonin, the hormone of darkness. Your heartbeat quickens slightly. Your body temperature rises. Your mind sharpens, and without even noticing, you feel the weight of sleep dissolve. It's nature's perfect alarm clock, billions of years old, tuned to the rotation of the earth itself. But the story of light doesn't end with sunrise. There's a quiet suspense in how it shapes you, moment by moment. Throughout the day, as sunlight shifts from golden to white to amber, your body listens, your skin feels it, your eyes record it, your hormones flow with it. Cortisol rises to keep you alert. Serotonin hums softly to balance your mood. And by afternoon, when shadows grow longer and the sun begins its descent, your internal rhythm begins to wind down. Melatonin waits patiently, like an actor behind the curtain. Its cue will come with darkness. Here's a little secret. Your brain has a second clock inside it. A clock made of chemistry and rhythm, one that depends not on hours, but on contrast, the difference between light and dark. You see, your body doesn't just react to light, it anticipates it. If the day is bright, your brain expects the night to be dark. If your day is dim and gray, your brain gets confused. It starts losing the sharpness of that signal. And that's why, sometimes, you can feel tired even after sleeping. Your rhythm isn't broken, it's simply lost its sense of direction. Now imagine a different kind of light, not the golden dawn, but the cold, artificial blue that shines from screens, phone light, computer light, TV light, all whispering false messages to your brain, telling it that the sun is still up, that it's not yet time to rest. Melatonin fades, alertness lingers, and your internal world loses track of night. That's why sleep feels distant, why your thoughts spin like restless birds in a cage. It's not just stress, it's biology caught in a loop of endless daylight. But here's something hopeful. You can train your inner clock again. Scientists call it entrainment. The gentle practice of teaching your body when to wake and when to sleep, using light itself when you step outside in the morning. Even for 5 minutes, when sunlight hits your eyes and skin, your brain receives a powerful signal. The day has begun. That single act sets a cascade of timing signals throughout your body. By evening, about 14 hours later, your system knows it's time to rest. It's simple, ancient, and deeply effective. Did you know astronauts on the International Space Station experience 16 sunrises and sunsets every day? Yet their bodies still manage to keep rhythm. To do that, NASA uses timed lighting systems, mimicking the warmth of morning and the cool of twilight. It proves that light, not the clock on your wall, defines the rhythm of life, even deep under the ocean, where sunlight never reaches. Creatures follow the faint glimmer of lunar cycles, the gravity of tides, the whispers of starlight filtered through miles of water. Every living thing, it seems, keeps time with the light and within you. Something remarkable happens every evening as darkness grows. Your pineal gland begins to release melatonin once more. A slow wave of calm moves through your body. Your temperature drops by a degree or two. Your thoughts begin to soften. The world outside blurs at the edges. This is the beginning of the nightly transformation. Your body shifting from activity to restoration, from focus to dreaming, from thought to silence. But light can trick you. A glowing city skyline, a late-night email, the blue pulse of a notification, each of them a false sunrise in the middle of the night. And your brain, loyal but naive, listens to them all. The rhythm falters. Your sleep drifts later. Your mornings feel heavier. And slowly, your energy fades. Your mind fogs. Your mood sinks. This is not weakness. It's simply your body trying to find its song again. Think of light as language. The sun speaks in warmth and color. Your cells listen, translating those rays into messages that shape your life. Every morning is a conversation between you and the universe, and every night silence answers back. When you let yourself live in harmony with that exchange, stepping into the daylight, resting in darkness, you begin to move in rhythm with something far older and wiser than any clock. There's a quiet poetry in this, isn't there? That your eyes, which once evolved to find food and shelter, now serve as portals through which the cosmos itself sets your pace. Every sunrise you see is a reminder of continuity, a promise that your rhythm, no matter how lost, can be found again. You are not out of sync. You are simply learning to listen again. Your body is fluent in the language of light, and every dawn, every dusk is a gentle teacher. So as you lie here listening, let the darkness around you feel safe. Not empty. It is the soft cradle of rest, not the absence of light, but its partner. And even now, behind your closed eyes, your body knows night is not an ending, but a rhythm preparing for renewal as you drift deeper into calm. Imagine light waiting patiently at the edge of tomorrow, a golden thread ready to guide you home again when you wake. Now, take one slow breath, and as you exhale, feel the day leaving your body, the light within you dimming gently. Not gone, just resting. Let your heart beat slow. Let your thoughts float like leaves on a quiet stream. For, in this silence, your body is not idle, it's remembering, realigning, healing. You are the harmony of light and dark, motion and rest, waking and dreaming, and soon will drift even deeper into the hidden architecture of sleep itself, where memories form, where time bends, and where the night becomes a mirror of your mind. Stay with me, breathe softly, and we'll continue our journey into the science of dreams. Have you ever wondered what truly happens when you close your eyes, when the world fades away, and you sink beneath the quiet waves of sleep, where do you go? What part of you continues when your body lies still? It's strange, isn't it, how hours can pass in what feels like a blink? How you can wake from a dream and feel as though you've lived another life entirely. Sleep isn't just rest, it's architecture. Your mind is the builder, your body the landscape, and every night, without fail, this masterpiece is rebuilt, brick by invisible brick. Picture yourself drifting into that first stage of sleep. The world outside blurs, sounds soften, the edges of thought melt away. You're floating between waking and dreaming. It's called stage 1. A light drowsiness, your heartbeat slows. Your breathing evens, muscles twitch as if testing the boundary between body and mind. It lasts only a few minutes, a threshold, a doorway. Behind it, the deeper chambers of night await. Then comes stage 2. Your body sinks further into stillness. Brain waves begin to change, slowing into rhythmic bursts known as sleep spindles, tiny sparks of activity that protect your rest. They act like guardians, shielding your brain from sudden noises or distractions. Even if the world outside shifts, a creak in the floor, a car passing by, these spindles blur the edges, keeping your mind cocooned in peace. It's here that your temperature drops, your heart rate steadies, and your body begins its slow descent into restoration. But deeper still lies stage 3, the slow wave sleep, or deep sleep. Here, your brain enters its most powerful rhythm, delta waves, slow, sweeping patterns that wash over your consciousness like tides. This is where the body heals, tissues repair, muscles rebuild, energy is restored, your immune system strengthens, your blood pressure lowers. It's the body's silent workshop. Everything slows to its purest form. If you were to wake now, you'd feel groggy, lost between worlds. That's because you were far from the surface, deep in the ocean of restoration. And then, just when everything feels perfectly still, something miraculous happens. Your brain ignites again, bursting with vivid activity. Your eyes, though closed, begin to move rapidly beneath your lids. This is REM sleep, rapid eye movement, the stage of dreams. Here, your mind reawakens, but your body stays frozen, nature's safeguard to keep you from acting out the stories unfolding in your head. Your pulse quickens, your breathing grows shallow. It almost looks like you're awake, but you're not. You're inside your mind's theater, watching fragments of memory, emotion, and imagination merge into something new. Did you know that every dream you have is built from pieces of real experience? Your brain doesn't invent, it rearranges every face, every place. Every sound in your dream once existed somewhere in your waking world. But here, in the REM stage, your brain becomes an artist, mixing logic and nonsense, time and space, sorrow and joy. It's where creativity is born, where memories are strengthened or softened, where trauma begins to heal. In this stage, the brain sorts, labels, and files away the events of the day. Your hippocampus, the keeper of memory, works quietly with your cortex, deciding what to remember and what to let go. You don't choose, it happens on its own, as if your consciousness is being gently rewritten every night. Think of sleep like a grand spiral staircase. You don't just fall into it once, you travel through it again and again. Each night, you complete 4 to 6 full cycles, each about 90 minutes long, from light sleep to deep to dreaming and back again. In the beginning of the night, deep sleep dominates. The body repairs, the cells rebuild. But as dawn approaches, the balance shifts. Dreams grow longer, more vivid, more emotional. It's as if your mind saves its most imaginative chapters for the end, just before you awaken. And what's truly extraordinary, even when you dream, your brain keeps time. People awakened 5 minutes into a dream report short, fragmented stories. Those awakened after 20 minutes tell long, winding tales. Your inner clock runs faithfully, even when time itself bends inside the dream. There's suspense hidden in this nightly rhythm, because sleep is not uniform, it's alive. Sometimes your brain slips too soon into REM. Sometimes it clings to wakefulness, like a child afraid of the dark. You might experience that strange falling sensation, a hypnic jerk. It's your body's last check to see if you're still awake. And when you feel paralyzed in the middle of a dream, that eerie moment when you're awake but cannot move, that's sleep paralysis. A rare crossing of two states, where the body is still dreaming but the mind has awakened. It's frightening but harmless, a brief glitch in the grand choreography of sleep. Scientists say that when you dream, your brain is both remembering and predicting. It replays old emotions and simulates possible futures. It's a rehearsal for life itself, a safe space to feel what you cannot face while awake. That's why dreams can heal, inspire, terrify, or comfort. They are the quiet bridge between who you were yesterday and who you'll be tomorrow. And then there's a deeper mystery. During sleep, your brain cleans itself, literally. A network of channels, the glymphatic system, opens up, washing away the waste and chemical debris that build during waking hours. It's as though your mind breathes, exhaling everything it doesn't need. Without this nightly cleansing, your thoughts would blur, your memory would decay. Sleep isn't idleness, it's maintenance. It's rebirth while your body lies still. Your brain works harder than ever, silently sweeping, repairing, and dreaming you back into balance. Even animals follow this sacred architecture. Cats drift in and out of REM sleep throughout the day. Dolphins sleep with half their brain awake, keeping one eye open for predators. And birds, just like us, experience deep, slow-wave rest under the stars. Sleep is the thread that weaves all life together, a universal rhythm pulsing through fur, feather, and flesh, reminding us that to rest is to survive. So as you lie here listening, imagine your own mind as a great cathedral built from thought and time. Each breath echoes through its halls, each dream a stained glass window glowing softly from within. The walls hum with memories being arranged. The floors shine with the polish of healing. You are both the architect and the inhabitant of this temple of night. And as you rest, it builds itself around you, quietly, patiently, perfectly. There's a peace in knowing that you don't have to control this process. You don't have to try. Your body, your brain, your ancient biology already knows what to do. You can surrender. Let the slow waves carry you deeper. Let dreams paint your inner sky with colors beyond waking comprehension. For even when you sleep, you are alive in a different way, learning, healing, remembering, a traveler through the hidden landscapes of your own mind. And now, as your breathing softens and your heartbeat slows. Know that each moment of rest is sacred. You are being rebuilt from within, a universe folding quietly around your soul. And when morning comes, you will rise renewed, your body clock perfectly tuned, your mind clear and gentle, your spirit steady in its rhythm once more. Now, let's drift onward, because the night still holds more to reveal. In the next part of our journey, we'll step into the twilight between wakefulness and dreams, where time stretches, thoughts dissolve, and the boundary between real and imagined begins to blur. For that's where the deepest mysteries of the mind awaken. Breathe softly, stay with me, and we'll wander there together. Have you ever stood between two worlds, that fragile edge between awake and asleep, where sounds stretch and shapes dissolve, where thoughts become liquid and reality flickers like candlelight? That's the place we are going now. The borderland of consciousness, the mysterious in-between realm your mind travels every night. They call it the hypnagogic state, a word that sounds almost magical, and in truth it is. It's the twilight of the brain, the silent bridge between waking logic and dreaming freedom, when your body begins to surrender, but your mind still clings faintly to awareness. You've felt it before, that drifting sensation when your thoughts start to shimmer and scatter. When the ordinary transforms into the impossible, you might hear voices that aren't there, see flashes of color, feel yourself floating or falling. You might even believe you've begun to dream, but you haven't, not yet. You are still hovering on the edge, the doorway of dreams. Inside your brain, this moment is electric. Neurons flicker in strange patterns. Your thalamus, the gatekeeper of sensory input, begins to close its doors. One by one, your senses are silenced. Touch fades, vision dims, sound distorts, the external world dissolves, and then, from deep within, your imagination begins to speak. The hypnagogic mind is neither logical nor random. It's a delicate blend of both. Scientists have studied it for decades. Yet, even now, they cannot fully map its mysteries. It's where creativity is born, where Einstein first imagined riding alongside a beam of light, where Salvador Dali dreamed his surreal landscapes. Both men learned to catch the edge of this twilight, to drift into it, and then pull themselves back, grasping the fragments of insight hidden there. But not all who enter this space do so peacefully. Sometimes the transition misfires. Your body might fall asleep before your mind does. That's when sleep paralysis strikes. You awaken, or think you do, but your limbs are heavy, your voice silent. You try to move, but nothing happens. Your brain has crossed signals. You are awake within the dream of your own body, and in that fragile paralysis, the mind can project shadows, figures in the dark, whispers at the edge of sound. Ancient myths once called them night demons, but they are only your fears, reflections of your own consciousness, trembling in the half-light. It's terrifying, yes, but harmless, a momentary glitch in the sleep cycle, a meeting of two worlds not meant to overlap. Your hypnagogic state is not a void, it's a kaleidoscope. Your brain plays fragments of memory like fading film reels, faces of people you met years ago, places that exist nowhere but in imagination. You may see patterns, geometric shapes, spirals, flashes of light. Some say these are the mind's way of disconnecting from the senses. A soft reboot, preparing you for the full immersion of dreams. As your body drifts deeper, your alpha waves begin to fade, replaced by slower theta rhythms, the same waves found in deep meditation. This is the brain's gateway to intuition, a space where time loses meaning. A second can stretch into eternity. You're floating, not falling, not flying, just suspended in thought and color. Your breath slows, your heartbeat softens. Every system of your body is aligning into silence, and somewhere inside that stillness, your consciousness lets go. But sometimes, before the descent completes, your mind stirs one last time. It sends you a spark, an image, a sound, a name, a fragment of meaning from the day. Scientists call this sleep onset imagery. Artists call it muse fire. It's as though the mind, before surrendering, whispers one last secret to itself. And then darkness, the door to dreaming, opens. Now imagine this process magnified your brain as a universe slowly dimming its stars. Each neuron a fading constellation, the chatter of thought becoming the hum of galaxies. In that silence, you are infinite, untethered by the rules of reality. Your body lies still, but your inner world has awakened. This twilight stage is also deeply spiritual. Throughout history, monks, shamans, and mystics have sought it, calling it the state between two breaths, the veil of sleep, a place where visions arise, where the subconscious can be touched without being drowned in dream. In some traditions, it's said that the soul loosens from the body here, traveling lightly before returning with dawn. In modern neuroscience, we know it as a delicate interplay between neural circuits. But even with all our knowledge, something mysterious remains, because no machine can record what you see there. No scanner can translate the colors of your inner sky. Only you can witness it alone. And then, something even stranger happens. Your internal body clock, the circadian rhythm, still keeps its watch, even in this half-sleep. It gently adjusts hormones, melatonin, cortisol, and serotonin, each rising and falling like the tides. Your temperature lowers, your muscles loosen. Your brain signals your body, the night is safe. Continue, and the descent deepens, a hypnotic surrender to the ocean below. Have you ever noticed how sometimes you wake just before dawn? No alarm, no sound, just a soft stirring. That's your body clock syncing perfectly with the Earth's rotation. A silent alignment older than humanity itself. Even when you dream, the rhythm persists. The internal sun within you rises and sets, keeping time with the real one beyond your window. And perhaps this is why twilight, both morning and night, feels sacred. It mirrors the shift within us, from awareness to surrender, from light to shadow, from thinking to dreaming. You are a mirror of the cosmos, your sleep a miniature version of day and night, your consciousness the moonlight that glows softly between them. Now, imagine yourself standing once more in that space between worlds. Feel your body weightless, your thoughts floating like dust motes in golden air. The sounds around you distant and warm, your heartbeat a quiet drum guiding you forward. You are neither here nor there, and that's exactly where you're meant to be. For this is the realm where stories are born, where ideas flicker before taking form, where healing begins and memory rearranges, where your brain, your body, and your soul finally speak the same language, silence. So the next time you drift toward sleep, Don't rush it, don't fight it. Let yourself wander through the twilight. Let the shapes and colors come. Let the whispers of imagination bloom and fade, because in those fleeting seconds, you are glimpsing the threshold of the unconscious, the place where you and your dreams first meet. And as you cross that final invisible line, your body falls completely into rest. Your heartbeat slows to its nighttime rhythm. Your breathing syncs with the pulse of the earth itself. You are safe, you are seen, you are suspended in the quiet rhythm of existence. Neither awake nor asleep, but utterly, perfectly alive. Drift gently now, for the next part of our journey awaits beyond the dream. There, in the depths of the night, we'll uncover what happens when the mind begins to heal itself, when sleep becomes a medicine and dreams become therapy. For even in silence, your body listens, and in darkness, your mind learns how to shine. Have you ever wondered what your body is truly doing while you sleep? You close your eyes, drift away, and vanish into darkness. Yet beneath that silence, an entire orchestra begins to play, a secret symphony of repair, cleansing, and rebirth. Tonight, we step into that invisible performance, into the world of restorative sleep, where your body heals itself, cell by cell, and your mind untangles the chaos of waking life. Imagine this: your body lying still, motionless as the night deepens, but inside, billions of tiny workers awaken. Neurons fire like distant lightning, hormones surge like tides. Your immune cells patrol through tissues and blood, hunting down microscopic invaders, mending broken fibers, clearing debris. Every organ is whispering, communicating, balancing. This is not the stillness of death, it's the stillness of rebirth. Your body clock, that quiet keeper of rhythm, has now taken full control. Your melatonin has reached its peak. Cortisol, the stress hormone of daylight, sinks to its lowest valley, and deep in your brain, something remarkable begins. The glymphatic system, a hidden network of fluid channels, opens wide all day long. Your neurons have been buzzing, exchanging thoughts, memories, decisions, and in their wake, microscopic waste builds up toxins like bait, the same substance linked to Alzheimer's when it accumulates unchecked. But at night, when you surrender to sleep, your brain cleans itself. Cerebrospinal fluid flows like a tide, washing through the brain tissue, sweeping away the debris of thought. It's as though the universe inside your skull performs its own nightly tide, cleansing you of yesterday's noise. In these hours, your body is not resting, it's regenerating. Your muscles, worn from movement, are being stitched back together. Microscopic tears, repaired by protein synthesis. Your skin cells renew, collagen rebuilding what daylight damaged. Your heart slows its rhythm, saving energy. And deep in the marrow of your bones, new immune cells are born, quiet soldiers preparing for the day ahead. Meanwhile, your mind enters its own laboratory. In the deep stages of non-REM sleep, your brain rewires memory. It takes what you've learned today, the words, the emotions, the choices, and files them neatly into long-term storage. Synapses strengthen, others weaken. Your emotional experiences are replayed, reframed, softened. Dreams of arguments or losses become gentler. Your mind rehearses safety, forgiveness, closure. You wake lighter, even if you don't know why. And then, As the night deepens, you cross into REM sleep, the paradoxical stage, the brain alive with energy, eyes darting beneath closed lids, your body paralyzed but your imagination in flight. This is where emotional healing happens. Here, the mind replays the day's struggles through a dream filter. It turns pain into stories. It weaves fear into metaphor. It stitches emotional wounds with imagery. Neuroscientists call it overnight therapy because, in REM, the brain reprocesses trauma without the presence of stress hormones. It's a safe space where emotion can be felt again and gently soothed. Think of your dreams as your brain's quiet storytellers. They don't lie, they translate, they turn chaos into symbol, loss into distance, fear into shape. They allow you to experience what you could not face in daylight, safely, privately, silently. And when the story ends, the healing begins. Somewhere in that mysterious balance between biology and soul, you are being repaired, not just in muscle and tissue, but in identity, in memory, in spirit. Your sleeping mind connects to something older than thought. It's the same instinct that tells animals to curl up in warmth, the same cycle that heals forests, seasons, planets. Everything in nature rests to renew. You are no different. Did you know that during deep sleep, your growth hormone surges, repairing bones, nurturing tissues, even slowing the process of aging? Or that your immune system learns while you sleep, storing blueprints of pathogens it has fought, becoming wiser, sharper, stronger every night. Your body becomes more experienced in surviving. Your cells, though microscopic, remember. They carry the knowledge of every night you've ever rested, a biological wisdom that spans your entire life. And yet there's still mystery for all our studies and machines. We cannot fully map what makes sleep so restorative. We know the chemistry, the patterns, the electrical signals, but not the secret. Why is it that after heartbreak, one good night's sleep can make the ache softer? Why does the dawn feel like forgiveness? Maybe because sleep is not just a process. It's a kind of return, a nightly death and resurrection. The world outside darkens. Your awareness fades, and in that surrender, something greater takes over, something ancient and intelligent that knows how to rebuild you. Picture yourself lying in bed now, your body weightless, your breath a quiet rhythm. Beneath your skin, healing is happening. Tiny pulses of energy moving through your veins, neurons whispering, cells dividing. The music of biology continuing even as you dream. Your heartbeat becomes the drum of creation. Your breath, the tide of life. You are not separate from the universe. You are its process, its rhythm, its healing made flesh as you drift deeper. Imagine light moving through you, a soft glow beginning at the crown of your head, traveling slowly down your spine, through your arms, your chest, your legs. Each place it touches loosens, releases, regenerates. This is not fantasy. This is what your body truly does. Repair, restore, renew. Even your DNA is being edited right now. Proteins, scanning for damage, trimming, rewriting, correcting. You are a self-healing miracle, an ecosystem that renews itself every night. And somewhere beyond biology, beyond data, there is something deeply human in this process. Because when you wake, you don't just wake healed. You wake hopeful. You wake able to try again. To forgive, to continue, to dream in daylight. Sleep gives you back your courage. It resets your emotions. It washes away despair and replaces it with quiet resilience. So if tonight your heart is heavy, if your thoughts are tangled, or your mind won't still, remember, your body knows what to do. It has known for millions of years. All you need to do is surrender. Let go of the noise. Let night take over. For the night is not your enemy. It's your oldest ally. It holds you not to erase you, but to rebuild you. As the earth turns and darkness folds around you, you join a rhythm that includes every living thing. The trees slowing their sap flow, the oceans shifting tides, the animals resting in burrows. All life heals together, each heartbeat syncing to the same universal lullaby. And when dawn finally returns, your body will rise new, your mind clearer, your spirit lighter. Because healing is not only what happens while you sleep, it's what you become because of it. So drift now, drift into the medicine of night. Let the light of tomorrow be born quietly inside you. And remember, even in darkness, your body glows with the pulse of life. You are healing, you are whole, you are home. Have you ever wondered who writes the dreams that visit you at night? Who paints the landscapes, chooses the faces, sets the scenes? Who decides which memories to blend, which emotions to stir, which fears to disguise in surreal forms? Tonight, we enter the quiet studio of the mind, a place where thought, memory, and imagination intertwine, where the dream architects go to work, and where your unconscious begins to tell its secret stories. Picture yourself floating above your own sleeping form, the room bathed in a faint glow, the air thick with stillness. Your eyes dart rapidly beneath closed lids, your muscles locked in soft paralysis. And yet, within your mind, an entire universe unfolds. You are running across cities that never existed, speaking to loved ones long gone, flying through corridors of light. It feels real, impossibly real, and then, just as easily, it dissolves. This is REM sleep, rapid eye movement, a stage so paradoxical that scientists once called it active sleep. Your brain during REM hums with the same intensity as wakefulness. Electric storms ripple through your cortex, your amygdala, the emotional center, flares with activity. Your prefrontal cortex, the logical overseer, goes silent. Without its governance, the mind is free to wander, free to build, to remember, to invent. It becomes both artist and dreamer, and the story begins. The architects of dream are not beings, but processes, networks of neurons communicating across time. They pull fragments from your hippocampus, scenes from your past, scents, voices, faces, moments. They mix them with emotions stored in your limbic system, fear, joy, longing, desire. Then, like poets, they stitch these fragments into surreal mosaics, not to confuse you, but to teach you every dream, no matter how strange, has purpose. Some are rehearsals, your mind simulating challenges before they come. Others are repair emotions being rebalanced. And some are revelations, your unconscious showing you truths your waking self has ignored. Did you know that in laboratory studies, when people are awakened right after a dream and asked to describe it, their brains show increased creativity afterward? Dreams loosen the rigid patterns of thought. They allow connections that logic forbids. You could say that dreaming is the mind's nightly brainstorming session, a laboratory of imagination, where solutions are born not from reason, but from surrender. The ancient Egyptians believed dreams were messages from the gods. The Greeks called them visitations of the soul, and indigenous cultures still treat them as sacred guidance. Modern neuroscience has stripped away the mythology. Yet, even now, something mystical remains. Because we can measure brainwaves, track eye movement, record electrical signals, but we cannot predict the dream itself. What story will unfold? What face will appear? What memory will be chosen that remains private, unrecordable? The last untouched territory of the human spirit. Now, imagine your brain as a massive theater. The visual cortex becomes the stage. The auditory cortex plays the music. Your limbic system writes the script. And your brainstem controls the lights. Each dream sequence carefully timed with your body's cycles. Each emotion choreographed in waves. As your heart rate fluctuates, as your breathing deepens, the story you dream changes pace. Your pulse becomes the drumbeat of the narrative. Your breath, the rhythm of the plot. But here's where the suspense deepens. Sometimes, the dream architects lose control. You become aware inside the dream. You realize, I'm dreaming. This is lucid dreaming. A rare phenomenon where consciousness wakes up inside the illusion. Suddenly, you can choose. You can fly, speak, change the sky. You become co-author. It's thrilling, but fragile. The more you notice it, the quicker it slips away. Like holding fog in your hands, scientists still don't know exactly why lucidity happens. Some say it's a flicker of wakefulness within REM. Others believe it's a kind of cognitive evolution, a bridge between conscious and subconscious thought. Whatever it is, it reminds us of one truth, that your dreams are not separate from you. They are you, every landscape, every face, every voice. They are fragments of your mind, wearing masks, teaching you, comforting you, warning you, loving you, even the nightmares. Especially the nightmares, because nightmares, though frightening, are not punishments. They are emotional rehearsals. Your mind confronting stress in safe simulation. A predator chasing you, a fall, a scream. It's your brain's way of practicing survival, preparing you for waking life without real danger. And when the chase ends, when you awaken with a gasp, your heart still racing, your mind knows something new. It knows you survived. It knows how to calm down faster next time. Dreams teach resilience, quietly, relentlessly. But dreams are not only about fear. Some are about love, reunion, connection, longing. When you dream of someone who is gone, your mind is not summoning ghosts. It's giving you permission to feel again. It's reweaving broken attachments in symbolic form. That's why it feels so real, because for the brain, it is real. The emotional circuits cannot tell the difference. Dreams allow grief to find expression. They let the heart continue conversations, the waking world silenced. In the stillness of the night, your body remains motionless, but your mind journeys far. It travels through memories, as if through galaxies. Each neuron a star, each emotion a constellation. The architecture of dreaming is cosmic in scale, a galaxy within you constructing temporary worlds. And yet, when you wake, it all collapses, like sandcastles dissolving under waves. The details vanish, the meaning lingers. You're left with only a feeling, something between wonder and loss. But here's the secret. Your dreams never truly disappear. They leave faint imprints, tiny rewired pathways in the brain, subtle emotional shifts. They change you without you realizing. You wake a little wiser, a little lighter. Every dream, even forgotten ones, leaves behind its quiet fingerprint. Now imagine drifting through that dreamscape tonight, through cities of memory, through oceans of thought, through the faces of people you've loved and lost. Each scene painted by your own hand, each moment a lesson disguised as fantasy. The architects building and dismantling stories with every heartbeat. Because dreaming isn't escape, it's integration. It's your psyche cleaning the attic, sorting truth from illusion, fear from growth, and turning it all into a masterpiece of emotion. And when you wake at dawn, you might not remember the story, but you'll feel the residue, a strange clarity, a softness in your chest, an answer you didn't know you sought. That's your subconscious whispering. Lesson complete. Dreams are the dialogue between who you are and who you're becoming. They are maps of your transformation. They tell you, without words, that you are healing, growing, changing, even when you think you're only sleeping. So tonight, when you lie down, don't chase your dreams. Invite them. Let them come as they wish. Let your mind build what it needs to build. Let it teach you in its own language, because in that darkness, you are not lost. You are creating. You are listening to the oldest storyteller you'll ever know, yourself. And as you drift deeper into that inner universe, remember that the architects are always at work, designing the stories that help you make sense of being alive. They never rest, they only transform. And when you awaken, when sunlight filters through your window, they will quietly step back, watching as their work fades like mist, waiting for the next night, for the next dream, for the next story only you can tell. Drift softly now, for the night is waiting, and the architects are ready. Let your consciousness, let your imagination awaken. The dream is beginning. Have you ever noticed how a single sunrise can make your whole day feel different? How the first golden streaks of dawn seem to whisper something ancient to your body, something deeper than language itself. Maybe you felt it after a sleepless night, when the morning light feels almost too bright, too sharp, as if the world is moving in a rhythm you missed while you were lost in wakefulness. That rhythm, that silent conductor, is light, the secret messenger that tells every cell in your body when to rise, when to rest, and when to dream. Now picture yourself standing on a hilltop just before sunrise, the world wrapped in a bluish haze, quiet and still, the air holding its breath. You can see the faint line of the horizon beginning to shimmer with pale fire, like the edge of a dream about to dissolve. You can hear distant birds stirring, their calls delicate and uncertain. The world feels suspended between night and day, a balance so fine that even time seems to hesitate. This is the moment your body's internal symphony begins to awaken, guided by the baton of light. In every living thing, from the simplest algae drifting in ocean currents to the most complex human mind, light governs rhythm. Deep within your brain, a tiny cluster of neurons, called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SEN, sits right behind your eyes, quietly counting the seconds of daylight. It's only the size of a grain of rice, yet it commands billions of cellular instruments. Each morning, when sunlight reaches your retinas, it sends a signal directly to this minuscule conductor, whispering, "It's time." From there, A cascade begins. Your SEN adjusts hormone levels, temperature, digestion, and alertness. Melatonin, the hormone of sleep, begins to fade. Cortisol, your internal wake-up call, slowly rises. Your heart beats a little faster. Your metabolism stirs. And every cell in your body tunes itself to the rhythm of the morning. It's not a conscious decision. It's the ancient dialogue between light and life. The same pattern that guided the very first creatures to move toward the sun millions of years ago. But the story of light is not just about the dawn. It's also about what happens when we block or distort it. Artificial light from screens, lamps, and glowing cities confuses your biological symphony. Imagine an orchestra where half the musicians think it's day and the other half think it's night. The melody becomes tangled, the timing uncertain. Your body's signals overlap, leaving you restless, anxious, and foggy. The blue light from your devices tells your brain it's still daylight, tricking your SEN into silencing melatonin long after the sun has set. Scientists once studied a man who lived for weeks in a cave with no natural light. They found his body still followed a rhythm about 24 hours and 11 minutes long, slightly imperfect, slightly drifting. Only the sun could realign it without natural light cues. His sleep and energy slowly unraveled, drifting like a boat without an anchor. Each sunrise is more than a beautiful sight. It's the reset button for your inner world. There's a poetic irony in knowing that light, the very thing that wakes us, is also essential for rest. The better we align with daylight, the deeper our sleep becomes. It's as if your body wants to thank the sun each night. Every cell, every molecule takes part in this ancient gratitude ceremony, a cosmic exchange between starlight and life. And yet, even within the stillness of night, light lingers, the moon's glow. The starlight shimmering across the sky, they, too, play their part. Ancient humans once lived by these softer lights, their sleep guided by phases of the moon, their dreams shaped by the silver tides of night. Perhaps that's why, even now, when the moon is full, you feel a faint restlessness, as if your body remembers a time when its rhythms danced with celestial cycles. Think of your body as an orchestra performing a lifelong symphony. Your eyes are the windows through which the conductor's baton light directs each movement. A misplaced note here, a missed cue there, and your whole harmony feels off. But when morning sunlight touches your eyelids, when evening darkness falls naturally around you, the melody aligns again, the violins of your hormones, the percussion of your heartbeat, the soft wind section of your breath, all moving together in seamless time. So tomorrow, when you wake, step outside for a few moments. Feel the warmth of sunlight on your face. Let your eyes soak in the sky's color. That single act, simple and ancient, is one of the most powerful ways to heal your rhythm. You're not just absorbing light. You're tuning your entire being to the music of life itself. In the quiet wonder of it all lies a truth. You are, in every sense, made of light. From the photons that strike your eyes to the molecules in your cells that respond in kind, the symphony of your life is played in wavelengths and rhythms older than memory. And now, as the night deepens and your body begins to prepare for rest, imagine that hilltop once more. The sun now long gone, the air cool and calm. The same orchestra that awakened with the dawn now lowers its tempo, The conductor's hand falls gently. The notes grow slower, softer, until they dissolve into silence. The music of light fades into the lullaby of darkness. And within that silence, your inner symphony hums a single, endless refrain: rest, restore, dream. And as the final note lingers, the rhythm of light fades into the rhythm of breath, preparing to guide you to the next mystery: how darkness, too, holds secrets as vital and beautiful as the dawn. Have you ever wondered why the world feels softer at night? Why thoughts that seem sharp and heavy during the day begin to blur at dusk, like ink dissolving in water? There's a strange alchemy in the darkness, a kind of invisible transformation that takes place only when the light fades. Maybe you felt it yourself, that peculiar calm that creeps in after midnight, when the world outside quiets and the noise inside you begins to hush. It's as if your mind, long overwhelmed by daylight and duty, finally exhales. Now, imagine yourself standing at the edge of a quiet forest as twilight deepens. The last streaks of sunlight melt into violet haze, and a thin mist begins to curl between the trees. The air grows cooler, crisper. The scent of damp earth and pine fills your lungs. And somewhere in the distance, a single owl calls. The forest seems to hold its breath, waiting for the dark to fall completely. You feel the shift, subtle but profound, as day slips into night, as your body slips into its next phase. Darkness, you see, is not just the absence of light. It is a signal, a quiet messenger that tells your body it's time to heal, time to repair, time to dream. The moment sunlight fades and shadows lengthen, your brain begins to release melatonin, that magical molecule of sleep. It's produced deep in your pineal gland, a tiny structure once thought to be the seat of the soul. Ancient philosophers like Descartes believed it connected the physical and spiritual worlds. In a way, they weren't entirely wrong, for when melatonin flows through your bloodstream, it does more than lull you to sleep. It shifts your entire inner reality. As darkness deepens, your heartbeat slows, your body temperature drops, your muscles loosen. Your consciousness begins to retreat from the bright world of form and logic, descending instead into the softer world of dreams. During these shadow hours, your brain is far from silent. It hums with quiet purpose, cleansing itself of the debris of waking thought. Imagine billions of neurons flickering gently, washing away the buildup of the day. The glymphatic system, a delicate network of channels in your brain, becomes active, flushing out waste products that accumulate while you're awake. It's as if the darkness opens hidden gates through which the mind purifies itself, and while your body rests, your dreams begin their strange, secret work. Dreams are not random. They are a symphony of memory, emotion, and imagination weaving themselves into meaning. When darkness envelops you, your brain begins to replay fragments of your day sights, sounds, unfinished emotions, and reassemble them into stories. Some are vivid and strange, others fleeting and forgotten by morning. But in every dream, your mind is performing a vital task. It's making sense of your world, transforming chaos into calm. Did you know that when scientists deprived people of sleep for several nights, their minds began to generate waking dreams, hallucinations? It's as if the dreaming state is not optional but necessary, a nightly repair for consciousness itself. Without it, The border between waking and dreaming collapses. Reality begins to flicker, and the mind, desperate for order, begins to blur the two. The darkness, then, is not a void. It is the womb of sanity, the hidden chamber where the psyche rebuilds its fragile structure. But the mystery deepens when we look closer. During the deepest stages of sleep, called slow wave sleep, your brain waves slow to a near still hum. Your body releases growth hormone, repairing tissues, strengthening your immune system. Even your DNA repair mechanisms become more active. Darkness is the healer's hour, the time when life turns inward, quietly mending what the day has worn thin. Now, let's wander further into the night. Deeper into this forest of stillness, the moon rises, silver and distant. Casting soft light on the branches, you hear the whisper of wind moving through the leaves, like an ancient lullaby sung for all creatures who must sleep. Somewhere, a river glimmers under the starlight, its surface rippling like liquid glass. The air hums faintly with the secret pulse of the earth, a vibration you can almost feel in your bones. It's as though the entire planet sleeps, breathing in sync with you, and yet there's something almost sacred about this quiet. Isn't it strange that we often fear darkness when it is, in truth, the very thing that heals us? In the wild, every creature obeys the pull of night. Flowers close their petals, birds retreat to hidden nests. Even the ocean tides shift rhythmically with the phases of the moon. Humans once lived by that same rhythm, gathering around fires, whispering stories, surrendering to the mystery of shadow. Somewhere along the path of civilization, we forgot that darkness is not the enemy of light. It is its partner. Each night, when you close your eyes, you return to an ancient trust. You let go of control. You surrender to something beyond your conscious will. You fall softly into the vast sea of night. And in that surrender, you are renewed. It's humbling. Really, the way your body knows what to do, even when your mind doesn't. The darkness carries you, cradles you, restores you. And maybe that's the quiet miracle we overlook. The night is not empty. It's full of unseen movement, invisible repair, silent transformation. Every heartbeat in the dark, every slow breath, is part of a hidden ritual your body performs to keep you whole. To sleep is to trust in life itself, to believe that even when you disappear into the depths of your mind, something beyond you keeps the rhythm steady. So tonight, as you drift deeper into the velvet folds of sleep, think of this: the darkness is not something to escape, but something to embrace. It's your cocoon, your healer, your hidden home. The night holds you as gently as the day ever could. And as you lie there, feeling your breath slowing, your body softening into the mattress, imagine the forest again, still, silver, eternal. The stars overhead shimmer like neural sparks in the brain of the cosmos. The moon watches quietly, an ancient guardian of sleepers. And somewhere, deep inside you, your body's hidden orchestra plays its nocturnal symphony, the melody of rest and renewal. The darkness deepens, not in fear but in peace, and the world, at last, exhales, somewhere unseen. Your cells begin their nightly work. Your mind drifts into the quiet tide of dreams, and your soul, ancient, luminous, and still returns to the rhythm of the shadow hours, preparing gently, beautifully, for what mysteries the next dawn will bring. Have you ever noticed how your heartbeat sometimes feels in sync with something greater? The rhythm of waves crashing, the hush of the wind, or even the ticking of a clock nearby. As if, for a moment, time itself were breathing with you. That feeling isn't just poetic, it's profoundly biological. Your heart doesn't just beat to keep you alive. It beats in conversation with the world around you, responding to signals as ancient as the cosmos and as intimate as a thought. Now picture yourself lying on a soft hillside beneath a vast, star-drenched sky. The air is cool and perfectly still. You can hear your own heartbeat, slow and steady, in your ears. The stars shimmer like distant metronomes, pulsing in a rhythm older than human memory, each one a sun, each one a signal, flickering across light years to reach you. Somewhere deep inside, your body seems to recognize that rhythm, as if your heart and the universe share a silent understanding. Your heart, after all, is more than a mechanical pump. It's a living metronome that keeps time not only for your body, but also for your emotions. Every beat sends signals to your brain, messages of calm, or fear, or anticipation, depending on the state of your inner world. This dialogue between heart and brain forms the foundation of your body's sense of time, and it's astonishingly precise. Scientists have discovered that even tiny fluctuations in your heartbeat can predict shifts in your mood, alertness, and dreams. But the heart's rhythm is not fixed. It dances with your body's many clocks, rising with the dawn, slowing with the fall of night. When you wake, your heartbeat quickens to prepare for the day's energy. When you rest, it softens, syncing with your breath. Your body's internal timekeepers, your circadian rhythms, whisper their instructions to your heart, guiding it through cycles of activity and calm. The heart listens, obeys, and responds with perfect musicality. Now imagine something remarkable. Your heart has its own internal clock, independent from your brain. Even if every connection between heart and nervous system were cut, your heart would continue to beat on its own. Its rhythm comes from special cells called pacemaker cells, nestled in the sinoatrial node. These cells generate electrical impulses, tiny flashes of lightless lightning that ripple across the heart's chambers. This current, subtle but unrelenting, is life itself. And yet, your heart doesn't exist in isolation. Every beat you take is influenced by cosmic patterns. Did you know that your heart rate subtly shifts with the Earth's magnetic field? Or that solar flares can alter human heart rhythms on a planetary scale? It sounds like mysticism, but it's measurable when solar activity spikes. Scientists have recorded synchronized fluctuations in heart rate variability across thousands of people. It's as though the stars are drumming faintly in our chests, reminding us we are not separate but deeply connected. And in this moment, under the soft gaze of the night sky, you might feel that connection, a faint hum beneath everything, as if the earth itself were breathing with you. Each inhale, each heartbeat, each flicker of starlight, all moving in perfect time. The same rhythm that began with the first spark of life still moves within you now, steady, patient, eternal. So, as the night deepens, and your breath grows slower, let your heart find its harmony once again. Feel it align with the stars above and the pulse of the world below. Trust that it knows the rhythm that it has always known. Your heart is not just keeping you alive. It's keeping you connected. Its song stretches from your chest to the edges of the cosmos. A melody older than language, older than memory. And as you surrender to that music, you can rest, knowing that even in your deepest sleep, your heart continues to sing, whispering softly to the universe, keeping time with the stars. Have you ever paused to wonder what happens beneath your skin while you sleep, when your mind drifts away into dream and silence takes the stage? Have you ever thought that maybe your body doesn't rest at all, but rather begins its most delicate work in secret, a quiet, unseen construction project, happening cell by cell, molecule by molecule? The truth is, when your consciousness fades, a different intelligence awakens, one that has no voice, no language, yet speaks through chemistry and rhythm, the architecture of life itself. Now imagine this: you're floating above your own sleeping body, watching it from a gentle distance. The world around you is dim and quiet, but within your skin, an entire galaxy stirs to life. Each cell flickers like a tiny lantern, millions upon millions of them, glowing, pulsing, communicating in soft, electrical murmurs. To the naked eye, you seem still, peaceful, but within you are a city alive with whispers, repair and rebirth in the deep of night. When your heartbeat slows and your breath lengthens, a secret labor begins. Your cells shift into what scientists call the restorative phase. It's as if your body becomes a great orchestra again. But this time, the melody is slower, deeper, a hymn to survival. DNA strands that have been twisted or damaged during the day unfurl and mend themselves. Proteins fold into perfect structures like origami under moonlight. Neurons tidy their connections, trimming away cluttered synapses to strengthen the ones that matter. It's astonishing, even as you lie motionless, your cells are sculpting the next version of you. During the day, your body is in battle, fighting toxins, gravity, stress, thought, and movement. But at night, it rebuilds. The immune system rises like a guardian from slumber, patrolling tissues, identifying invaders, repairing microscopic wounds. Even the skin you wear is renewed, layer by layer, dead cells falling away as new ones push forward. The night is not rest, it is renewal, and yet, there's something mysterious about the way it happens. For years, scientists believed that sleep was simply a pause, a way to conserve energy. But now they know it's a time of immense biological creativity. Deep inside your brain, microglia, tiny janitors of the nervous system, come alive, sweeping through neural pathways, pruning connections that have grown weak or unnecessary. It's as though each night, your brain's garden is tended so that in the morning, your thoughts can bloom again in clarity. Did you know your bones, too, listen to the rhythm of sleep? Within their hollow chambers, specialized cells called osteoblasts get to work, building new bone tissue while you dream. Your muscles knit torn fibers, growing stronger. Your liver detoxifies the blood, filtering out the chemical noise of wakefulness. Your body is not passive. It's designing, refining, perfecting, and yet, what's most hauntingly beautiful is how synchronized it all is. Every cell has its own circadian rhythm, its own sense of time. These cellular clocks tick in unison, guided by signals from your brain's master clock, the suprachiasmatic nucleus. But when you disrupt sleep, the harmony falters. Imagine thousands of workers on a silent construction site, each following a slightly different schedule. chaos unfolding in the dark. That's what chronic sleeplessness does. It's not just tiredness, it's cellular confusion. Still, even in disarray, your body tries. The whispering architects never give up. Their work is tireless, patient, ancient. As you drift through the cycles of sleep, light, deep, REM, they adapt their tasks. During light sleep, they collect information. During deep sleep, they repair and renew. And during REM, they communicate, sharing data through networks of hormones and electrical signals, coordinating the vast internal city that is you. Let's return to the image of your sleeping body, that quiet shell under blankets. Breathing steadily, the air around you hums faintly with the rhythm of life. Each breath feeds oxygen to the invisible architects within. Each exhale releases the remnants of yesterday's battles. Inside, cells glow softly, exchanging molecules like whispers. Repair this, one says. Replace that, another replies. The bloodstream carries messages from cell to cell. Like couriers through a midnight city, the work never stops. Only the mind sleeps. There's something almost spiritual about it, the way your body knows how to heal. Without instruction, without willpower, without awareness. It's as though life itself is a song sung by countless invisible voices, each carrying a verse older than memory. Each night, they sing your body back into balance. And then there are the dreams, those strange, luminous stories woven in your mind as your cells rebuild. Science suggests that dreaming may be part of the same process, a kind of psychological housekeeping that mirrors the cellular kind. Just as microglia prune neural connections, your dreams prune emotions, sorting through the clutter of memory and fear. Have you ever woken up from a dream feeling lighter, as if a burden had quietly dissolved? That's the architecture of sleep at work, healing not only your body, but your soul. Now, imagine peering closer into this secret world, beyond cells, beyond molecules, down to the level of atoms. Even there, the dance continues. Electrons shift, bonds break and reform. Quantum whispers ripple through your being. The universe itself participates in your nightly restoration, after all. The same particles that make up your cells once belonged to stars, ancient suns that burned, died, and scattered their elements into space. When you sleep, the stardust that built you remembers its pattern, its origin, and quietly rearranges itself into harmony. Think of that, you, lying there in the dark, surrounded by silence, yet inside, a cosmic process unfolds. The architects of sleep are not merely biological. They are universal. Their work transcends form and thought. Each cell repairing itself is a continuation of creation itself, a soft echo of the moment the universe first stirred into existence. And as you drift closer to sleep now, perhaps you can feel it, that soft, pulsing hum within. Your cells whispering to one another in the secret language of renewal, the rhythm of your heart, the breath in your lungs, the quiet order of your body's inner world, all aligning with the same cosmic law that governs galaxies and stars. You are not separate from it. You are the universe, repairing itself in miniature every night without fail. The darkness is your sanctuary. The quiet is your teacher. The sleep is your rebirth. And as you surrender to it fully, your mind drifting deeper, your breath growing slower, imagine that somewhere, Deep within the architecture of your being, 1,000 tiny lights are blooming, the builders of your tomorrow, whispering in perfect harmony, continuing their endless work under the soft cloak of the night. Rest now, for the architects are awake. Have you ever wondered how your body knows the precise moment to tire? The instant your eyes feel heavy, as if an invisible hand gently guides you toward your bed. It is a question that has puzzled humans for centuries. Why sometimes the mind races, resisting slumber, and other nights it yields effortlessly, like a river folding into the night. The secret lies not in willpower, nor in habit alone, but in a hidden clockwork inside you, an intricate mechanism of biology and time, silently orchestrating every second of your rest. Picture yourself lying in a quiet room, the lights dimmed, your body sinking into blankets that feel impossibly soft. The air around you is still, yet inside, a tempest of rhythm is stirring. Your brain, your heart, your lungs, even your gut, each carries a miniature timepiece, a tiny oscillator, keeping count of hours, minutes, seconds, and when they all align, sleep arrives, almost magically. It is not coincidence, but choreography, a cosmic symphony of cells responding to invisible cues. At the center of this hidden clockwork is your circadian rhythm, the master rhythm of your body, guided by the suprachiasmatic nucleus, that tiny cluster of neurons behind your eyes. It interprets light, temperature, and chemical signals, dictating the ebb and flow of hormones, your body temperature, your metabolism, and alertness. When daylight fades, melatonin is released, whispering gently through your bloodstream, signaling that the time of rest is near. Cortisol, once sharp and brisk in the morning, recedes into shadow, and your body prepares to surrender. But the story becomes even more astonishing when we peer deeper, beyond the simple rise and fall of melatonin, beyond the patterns your conscious mind can perceive. Each organ, each tissue, even individual cells possess their own clocks. A liver cell in your abdomen, a neuron in your hippocampus, a cardiac pacemaker in your chest, all maintain schedules, ticking in microseconds, independent yet harmonized with the master rhythm. It is as if your body is a vast city, each district running its own timetable, yet every clock striking in perfect coordination. And here is where the suspense of biology truly emerges. For this clockwork is not static, it is fluid, adaptive, and delicate. Disturb the signals, and the rhythm falters. Imagine crossing time zones, staying awake long after your usual bedtime, staring at a glowing screen late at night, and suddenly the orchestra is out of sync. Neurons fire at the wrong time. Hormones surge erratically. Digestion even your immune cells falter. This is why jet lag feels so disorienting. Why shift work often wreaks havoc on your health. The clock is ancient but sensitive, evolved over millions of years to dance in tune with the Earth's cycles, not your artificial schedules. Yet, despite its delicacy, this hidden clockwork is astonishingly resilient. It continues to tick even in total darkness, in isolation from sunlight, guided by an internal rhythm just slightly longer than 24 hours. It is the heartbeat of evolution itself, reminding us that life has always been a negotiation with time, and that time, though invisible, governs every molecule and cell in your body. Now imagine that every night, as you drift closer to sleep, multiple layers of time converge. Your circadian rhythm aligns with ultradian rhythms, shorter cycles within the sleep period. The deep, non-REM sleep stages pulse in cycles of approximately 90 minutes, alternating with REM sleep, where dreams surge. Your heart slows and quickens, your breath lengthens and shortens, your body temperature subtly shifts. All these rhythms fold over one another, interweaving, overlapping, a nested choreography of time scales within scales. Did you know that your gut even plays a role in this hidden clockwork? Tiny bacteria in your intestines, trillions of them, follow a schedule of their own, producing molecules that influence your metabolism and even your mood when their rhythm is disrupted. Your digestion suffers, your energy dips, your mental clarity blurs. Your microbiome is quietly counting time with you. A hidden society of life synchronized to the same circadian beat, and there are still more layers, deeper and stranger, beyond what most people imagine. Your genetic clocks, encoded in the DNA of every cell, keep their own schedules. Genes switch on and off according to time of day, instructing proteins to repair, renew, or store energy. It is a choreography written in molecules, invisible yet precise, a microscopic ballet that ensures you awaken, refreshed and prepared, even if you never see it, never feel it consciously as you lie there, perhaps feeling the weight of blankets, the softness of the mattress, the subtle rhythm of your own pulse. Imagine the clockwork inside you, continuing, tireless and unseen. Electrical impulses ripple along neurons. Chemical signals cascade through the bloodstream. Cells divide, repair, and reset themselves. The body is alive with timing, a self-maintaining universe of rhythm, quietly humming beneath the surface of awareness. Even the environment joins this symphony. The temperature of your bedroom, the fading light outside, the quiet sounds of evening all feed into your internal clock, nudging it toward alignment, nudging your sleep deeper, stronger, more restorative. The same mechanism tells nocturnal animals when to awaken, diurnal ones when to rest, and every living creature on Earth follows a similar secret choreography with light and darkness. But the suspense does not end here, for this clockwork is not merely mechanical. It is adaptive, capable of learning, capable of adjusting, capable of change. When you alter your schedule deliberately, the rhythms adjust slowly with the patience of millennia. Your body listens, it experiments, it reweaves its internal timing, teaching you, gently, how to reclaim harmony with natural cycles. And there is something almost mystical about the experience. The hidden clockwork reminds us that we are creatures of time as much as space. Our biology, our consciousness, our very being is a negotiation with cycles far larger than ourselves. And yet, within this immense system, there is intimacy, the soft, personal knowledge of your own rhythms, the way your body knows when to tire, when to awaken, when to dream. So, as you lie now, drifting, sinking, surrendering to the pull of night, imagine the entire hidden mechanism inside you humming into alignment. The circadian rhythm, the ultradian cycles, the molecular clocks, the microbiome, the genes, all whispering in perfect synchrony, telling every cell and every organ, rest now, repair now, prepare for tomorrow. And in that quiet alignment, you can feel the extraordinary truth that you are alive, that you are perfectly timed, that every heartbeat and breath is a note in the symphony of time itself. Rest now as the hidden clockwork continues its tireless work, whispering softly in the darkness, orchestrating your body, mind, and soul, preparing you for dreams, for healing, for the dawn. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to disappear? Not into another place, but into another version of yourself. A place so quiet and profound that your own mind seems to echo against invisible walls, to lie down and feel the pull of gravity softened, the edges of your body dissolving into blankets, the world above fading, and a hidden ocean stirring beneath your skin. This is non-REM sleep, the slow, deep waves of consciousness where your body performs its most mysterious, most essential work. Now picture yourself descending into that ocean, the water dark, thick, comforting, each breath a slow ripple, each heartbeat a gentle drum. The surface world grows faint, your senses dim, and you feel yourself carried by a current you cannot see. Yet beneath this calm, an immense activity is taking place. Neurons firing in rhythmic pulses, electrical storms slowing, yet strengthening connections. Your brain is pruning, repairing, rehearsing, consolidating. Like a great library rearranging its volumes while the librarians sleep, non-REM sleep is divided into stages, each deeper than the last, and as you sink further, your body becomes a perfect vessel for restoration. Stage 1 is gentle, a twilight between wakefulness and oblivion. Fleeting images may drift across your mind, soft thoughts brushing against consciousness. Your muscles relax, your eyes move slowly, and the first hints of the slow waves begin to appear. These waves are electrical oscillations, low and deliberate, a whispering rhythm that slows as you descend. Stage 2 is where the architecture of sleep begins in earnest. Your brain begins to produce sleep spindles, bursts of rapid activity, and KCOM, sudden surges of electrical energy that guard you from waking. They are the sentinels of your mind, keeping you safe while the deeper work begins. Your memory begins to consolidate here, sorting experiences, cataloging events, filing impressions into long-term storage. Did you know that even skills you practiced during the day, piano, scales, typing sequences, or athletic maneuvers, are strengthened and refined during this stage? Your body is rehearsing without you, perfecting movements, embedding knowledge. Stage 3, the deep sleep, the true ocean of non-REM, is where the waves slow almost to a crawl. Delta waves dominate, massive, synchronized oscillations across the cortex. Your body temperature drops, your heart rate slows, and your breathing becomes steady, almost meditative. This is the stage where tissue repair peaks. Muscles knit torn fibers, bones are reinforced. Your liver and kidneys perform cellular housekeeping. Your immune system awakens fully, identifying intruders and repairing microdamage. It is the secret forge where resilience is built, and yet it is invisible, silent, almost mystical. And within these slow waves, your mind also conducts its own invisible work. Emotional memories are balanced, fears and anxieties are softened. The tangled threads of the day are smoothed. The hippocampus, your brain's memory hub, replays experiences, strengthening important connections and discarding irrelevance. You wake with clarity, not because you forced it, but because your brain rehearsed it while you were gone. Dreamless as it seems, non-REM sleep is profoundly active, a hidden symphony of repair and preparation. Imagine now that you could see the brain from above during deep sleep. Millions of neurons firing in rhythm, vast networks pulsing with precision, like stars in a galaxy moving in subtle waves, sometimes chaotic, sometimes harmonious, yet always purposeful. Every pulse a brushstroke in the masterpiece of restoration. Every spike in electrical activity a note in the song of survival. You lie quietly, unaware of the theater within, but the performance is flawless. There's something almost suspenseful in the process, because it is both delicate and essential. Even small disruptions can ripple through your body, altering metabolism, immunity, mood, and cognition. A loud noise, a bright light, or even emotional stress can shatter the slow wave pattern, and the entire orchestra must reset. This is why consistent, uninterrupted sleep is not just luxury, it is necessity, the foundation upon which every waking moment is built. And yet, non-REM sleep has another secret. It communicates with the rest of the body in ways we are only beginning to understand. The brain and body exchange messages through hormones, electrical signals, and chemical whispers, coordinating metabolism, growth, and even gene expression. Your endocrine system is highly active, releasing growth hormone and regulating cortisol and insulin, all while your conscious mind slumbers. Oblivious, the interplay is exquisite, almost magical. Even your senses are involved in this process. Your skin, once your interface with the external world, now monitors internal conditions. Your heart sends feedback to the brain, regulating pressure and rhythm. Your lungs measure oxygen. Your gut communicates through the microbiome, sending chemical signals that influence mood and energy. Sleep is not just rest, it is a full-body meditation, a system-wide symphony that ensures survival, growth, and adaptation. Consider the poetic aspect of this. Every night, you undergo a transformation without effort or awareness. You disappear into a deep, uncharted sea of waves and emerge renewed, healed, and strengthened. The body and mind are both student and teacher, engaging in a dialogue older than memory, an entire universe of cells, neurons, and molecules moves in synchrony, restoring you in silence, teaching you resilience without words, without intention. And perhaps this is the most remarkable thing of all, that in non-REM sleep, you are simultaneously vulnerable and invincible. As your mind slips into near unconsciousness, your body performs feats of restoration and learning that waking consciousness could never orchestrate. The slow waves are a reminder that time itself bends in sleep. Minutes stretch, hours fold, and processes that would seem impossible while awake occur effortlessly. You are suspended in a liminal state, drifting between reality and the hidden machinery of life. So tonight, as you lie down, feel the pull of these waves. Allow your body to sink deeper. Let your mind soften into the gentle rhythm of stage 1, then 2, then the profound depths of 3. Feel the soft currents of delta waves sweeping through you, repairing, balancing, renewing. Trust that every beat of your heart, every pulse of your breath, every flicker of electrical energy in your neurons is working for you, crafting the version of yourself that will awaken whole, calm, and ready, and as you drift, remember this non-REM sleep is not empty, it is full of purpose, a hidden ocean of activity beneath the calm of night. Your body is both artist and engineer, composer and musician, crafting your tomorrow with invisible hands. Each wave, each oscillation, each chemical whisper is a testament to the intelligence of life. And as you surrender to it fully, you can feel the profound truth that even in darkness, even in silence, you are being restored, reshaped, renewed. Rest now, drift deeper, for the waves are rising, pulling you gently into the next stage of sleep, where dreams and mysteries await, preparing to carry you further into the hidden architecture of your mind. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to step inside a world entirely of your own making, a universe constructed from fragments of memory, desire, and imagination, where the rules of time, space, and logic bend and twist, yet everything feels deeply, intimately real? That universe exists every night within you. During the stage called REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep, where your mind ignites with vivid stories, strange landscapes, and emotional currents that pulse as tangibly as the blood through your veins. Now picture yourself lying on your back, body relaxed, muscles limp as the night deepens. Your breath is steady, slow, almost imperceptible. Yet inside your brain, a storm is rising. Electrical signals surge. Neurons fire with astonishing frequency. The visual cortex awakens, even though your eyes are closed, sending flickers of light, shapes, and colors across the landscape of your mind. Your limbic system, the emotional core of the brain, hums, intensifying feelings, weaving them into the narrative of dreams. And your prefrontal cortex, the part that governs logic, quiets, allowing strange, illogical, impossible events to unfold without resistance. REM sleep is both chaotic and purposeful, a paradox that has baffled scientists for decades. Why would your brain devote hours to such intense activity while your body lies seemingly dormant? It turns out that REM sleep is critical for emotional regulation, memory, consolidation, and creativity. During this stage, your brain integrates the events of the day, sorting experiences, strengthening important memories, and dissolving those that are unneeded or harmful. Have you ever woken from a dream with sudden clarity, or with a solution to a problem that eluded you while awake? That is your brain at work in REM, performing a kind of unconscious alchemy. Imagine, if you can, the theater of your mind, vast and infinite, where memories are actors, emotions are lighting, and ideas are stagecraft. Each dream is a performance unique to you, crafted from countless fragments of life, the face of a stranger glimpsed on the street, a scent from childhood, a melody half remembered. Interwoven with these fragments are abstract symbols, strange landscapes, improbable events, all choreographed by neural circuits firing with incredible precision. It is a private cinema, a hidden universe that exists only when consciousness sleeps. And yet, the REM stage is not merely passive, it is interactive. A feedback loop exists between your body and your dreaming mind. Your heart may race during a tense dream. Your muscles twitch as if acting out a story. Your eyes move rapidly under closed lids, following the narrative of the dream like a hidden camera capturing unseen motion. Scientists have discovered that the areas of the brain responsible for fear, desire, and motivation are especially active in REM, explaining why dreams often stir intense emotion, sometimes terror, sometimes ecstasy. All while you lie safely in your bed. There is a profound mystery here. For dreams are both ephemeral and essential. They shape your waking self as much as waking experiences do. When you dream of falling, your brain may be rehearsing responses to threat, strengthening survival mechanisms. When you dream of flying, perhaps it is testing creativity, imagining possibilities. When you encounter people in dreams, those interactions may help you process relationships, resolve conflicts, or integrate emotions you could not otherwise face. Dreams are the silent counselors of your psyche. And consider this during REM. Your brain is extraordinarily plastic. Neurons forming new connections, pruning old ones, creating networks that allow learning, problem-solving, and adaptation. Creativity surges, which is why many artists, scientists, and inventors report breakthroughs after vivid dreams. Yet, the stage is delicate, sensitive to disruption. Even alcohol, caffeine, or irregular sleep schedules can fragment REM cycles, limiting your brain's nightly rehearsal. Its loss leaves your emotional and cognitive functions dulled, like a symphony missing key instruments. Picture yourself drifting even deeper now, in the velvet darkness of night as your breathing steadies. Imagine your consciousness dissolving into the dreamscape. Your mind traverses landscapes impossible in waking life, forests with liquid shadows, oceans of floating light, streets lined with whispering faces. A distant city may shimmer in impossible geometry, shifting and changing as your emotions respond to its streets. The narrative may not make sense, yet every element carries significance. A message encoded in symbols older than language itself, and there is suspense, almost palpable, in this nocturnal performance. Because dreams are unpredictable, uncontrollable, they can shift in a heartbeat. A quiet scene exploding into chaos, or a fearful memory transforming into a fantastical adventure. This unpredictability is essential, for it forces your mind to confront uncertainty, to rehearse adaptation, to practice resilience. Even nightmares, terrifying as they may feel, serve a hidden purpose, processing trauma, testing emotional defenses, and allowing your psyche to emerge stronger by morning. There's another astonishing secret. Your body continues to learn and repair during REM. Even as your mind dreams, protein synthesis increases in the brain, strengthening neural connections. Hormones adjust to regulate mood and metabolism. Your eyes and muscles may twitch, performing micro-movements that refine motor learning. The entire body participates in this nocturnal dance. REM sleep is not only mental, it is physical, chemical, electrical, an entire organism orchestrating itself while you are suspended between worlds. Imagine now that REM sleep is also a bridge, connecting the subconscious and conscious, past and future, the internal and external. Dreams allow your mind to experiment with scenarios, imagine outcomes, resolve conflicts, rehearse relationships. Sometimes the dream is symbolic, sometimes literal, and yet every dream is a thread in the vast web of your life's internal processing. Without REM, memories weaken, emotional resilience falters, creativity stagnates, life itself becomes harder. because the nightly integration of mind and body is lost. As you lie there, drifting deeper still, feel yourself merging with this secret universe, your own mind creating vast, impossible landscapes, your body repairing itself, your emotions settling like sand after a storm. You are both observer and participant, both dreamer and dreamed, each heartbeat, each breath, each neural flicker guiding you deeper into the infinite intelligence of sleep. And perhaps the most beautiful mystery of all is that this process is uniquely yours, private, intimate, sacred, yet universal. Because every human being, every creature with a brain enters this world nightly, navigating landscapes beyond comprehension, processing, healing, evolving in silence. You are part of an ancient lineage of dreamers, connected across centuries, continents, and species by the same rhythm of REM. So, as you surrender fully to this stage tonight, imagine your mind expanding into impossible spaces, your neurons firing in perfect synchrony, your body healed, your emotions balanced, and your consciousness drifting on a river of infinite, secret stories. Know that you are safe, supported, and being restored. That the universe within you is alive, humming, dreaming, preparing you for tomorrow. Rest now, for the secret universe of your nighttime mind is awake, orchestrating, guiding, weaving the delicate, essential tapestry of dreams